Next type of physical quantity is the derived quantity. This quantity, okay, which depend, okay, the physical quantity which depend upon the other fundamental quantity. अब इसमें क्या है, okay, for the measurement depend one or two fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities have a own, ठीक है, value. It do not depend on the other quantity, but a derived quantity depend upon the other. For example, is the best example is the area. Okay, there one is, if I talk about area is a length into breadth. Length into breadth. Now area is depend upon the length. नॉट आप सिंपल बोलोगे कि एरिया, आप सिंपल जैसे मास को फाइंड किया था किसी मीटर से निकाल लोगे आप, किसी, ठीक है, डिवाइस से फाइंड करोगे. एरिया फाइंड करने के लिए यू डिपेंड अपॉन द लेंथ. ओके, नेक्स्ट थिंग इज द वॉल्यूम. वॉल्यूम आल्सो डिपेंड अपॉन द लेंथ, ब्रेथ इनटू हाइट मींस द लेंथ. एंड स्पीड, फॉर फाइंडिंग द स्पीड इन सेकंड चैप्टर मोशन इन स्ट्रेट पाथ, ओके, we will briefly explain what is the speed. In 9th grade we had already discussed with you what is the speed. Speed is depend upon the distance and time. कितना distance कितने time में cover किया है, how much cover the distance in how much time. Okay, next thing, force is also a derived quantity because it depend upon the mass and acceleration. Acceleration further is a derived quantity. It depend upon the velocity and time. Velocity is also a derived quantity, okay, which further depend upon displacement and time. I hope you understand what is the derived quantity. In a simple way, fundamental do not depend on other quantity. There are only four: mass, length, temperature, and fourth one is the time. Okay, but derived quantities are many quantities are here which depend upon four quantities, four fundamental quantities. For example, okay, another example we can take after the acceleration we can talk about a stress. Okay, stress, yeah, we can pressure. Okay, we will talk about a pressure, force per unit area. Force also is a, you know, fundamental quantity. Okay, means of many examples are the derived quantity, not a, sorry, fundamental quantity. I repeat, force is the derived quantity. Okay, now next thing, according to your syllabus and this slide, units for measurement. When I talk about how we present the physical quantity n with u, so I had already, okay, share this information. We will continue about a unit. Now in this slide we will talk about, in this topic we will talk about a unit for measurement. There one is the one standard used. One standard is here for measuring the measurement, for measurement of a physical, any physical quantity को measure करने के लिए एक standard use किया जाता है. This standard is called unit. Without unit you can't measure anything. Suppose कीजिए मैंने बोला कि okay, what is the length of this room, so you say 50. What is 50 in meter, in centimeter, in kilometer? What is a 50? Okay, so without unit you can't measure anything. Okay, so then examples are here: meter, foot, inch, kilogram, pound for mass, meter, foot, inch for length, and mass के लिए kilogram, pound, and for time, second, minute, hour, for temperature, Fahrenheit scale, Kelvin scale, degree Celsius is here, okay, for the Fahrenheit scale. Okay, so these are the examples of a unit. Okay, so it's a most important thing. Without unit you can't measure anything. Okay, now next thing is the characteristics of our units. It is a well defined. I had already discussed what is the 50 meter, 50 kilometer, centimeter, what is mm. Okay, so ये आपको एक वेल डिफाइंड वैल्यू देगी. ओके, नेक्स्ट थिंग, suitable size means when you fit anything in a any part, so it is okay if your unit and dimension is correct, so that's mean you can easily fit the part. Okay, fit the product in this part. Okay, reproducible, invariable, indestructible. Okay, internationally acceptable. Internationally acceptable means okay, it obey the international level. Okay, now there are the types of units in systems. Okay, or we can say the types of system of unit. There are the three types. First one is the CGS. Okay, I think just wait, you can learn from this flow chart. CGS, sorry, system of units. You can use slide also for the learning, and but okay, where with the flow chart I will explain, okay, in an easy way. First one is the CGS, second one is the FPS, third one is the MKS. In a CGS system, okay, we measure the length in centimeter, L for length. We measure the length in centimeter and mass in gram. Mass in gram, and time, T for time, M for mass, L for length. For the measurement, there are the three things are very important for measure anything. Okay, so then T is the time is S stands for second. I hope, okay, you understood. CGS, C for centimeter for measuring the length, G for gram for measuring the mass, S for second for measuring the time. And now next thing is the FPS. Okay, in this system we measure the length in foot. Okay, and mass in pound, and time again in second. Okay, length we measure in FPS foot, and mass with the in pound, and okay, pound, sorry, and in time in second. Okay, next thing, third is the MKS. MKS, in MKS length we measure in a meter, and mass we measure in a kilogram, and time we measure in second. Okay, so these are the three types of system of unit. From MKS, the another type is SI unit. What is the SI? Standard International Unit. It is most important unit. We okay use SI system, means we can say mostly we use the SI system for the measurement, because it is a very well defined and easily introducible. Okay, in I repeat, there are the three types of system of unit. First one is CGS, FPS, MKS. In CGS we measure the length in centimeter, mass in gram, and time in second. In FPS, length foot, mass pound, and time again second. And in MKS, mass, sorry, length in a meter, kilogram, mass, kilogram, and time again in seconds. And now from this MKS we derive a new unit, is a SI unit. It is a standard international unit. Okay, next thing is the 7 fundamental units are here, and 2 supplementary units are here. First one is the 7 fundamental units. Okay, these are the fundamental quantities, and in this side we take a SI unit, and this one is the symbol of SI unit. Okay, now fundamental quantity length. If I talk about a length, we measure in a meter. Okay, the fundamental quantity length we measure in a meter, and symbol is the m. And if I talk about a mass, we okay measure in a kilogram in a SI system. Okay, the unit is kilogram and symbol is kg. Time in a second, and unit means unit is second, and time symbol is small s. Temperature, if I talk about temperature, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, its symbol is capital K. And uh, SI unit of electric current is ampere, it is in capital A, means the symbol of ampere is a capital A, not a small a. अब जहां पे मैंने स्मॉल वैल्यूज यूज की है, तो दैट्स मीन इट इज द स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यूज, नॉट यू यूज अ कैपिटल M फॉर मीटर, नॉट यू यूज द कैपिटल G एंड स्मॉल k फॉर द किलोग्राम. जो आपको जहां पे साइंटिस्ट ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया, इनके साथ आप कंप्रोमाइज नहीं कर सकते. Just this one is the standard things are here. Okay, and if I talk about the SI unit of luminous intensity, these are the two things for these are two things new for you. Luminous intensity unit is candela, and symbol is small c and small d. And SI unit of amount of substance is a mole. In a 9th grade, mole concept is here, if you remember. Okay, so the symbol of mole is MOL. Okay, these are the 7 fundamental units, and this one is, you can check from the slides ki what is the definition of meter. Okay, and kilogram, and second, and now next thing is the 2 supplementary units. These are okay, I add, मैंने इसमें ऐड कर दिया है आपको फॉर यूर द ब्रीफली और फॉर यू द ओके फॉर द जीके, बट इट इज नॉट इन योर सिलेबस, वी कैन से. ओके, दिस वन इज द सिंपल थिंग कि फंडामेंटल यूनिट क्या है और उसकी ओके क्वांटिटी क्या है, उसकी यूनिट क्या है और सिंबल क्या है. ओके, एंड नेक्स्ट थिंग is the 2 supplementary units are here. First one is the radian and second one is the steradian. Okay, a radian, it is used to measure the plane angle. Now what is the plane angle? Plane angle क्या है? If I talk about this diagram, okay, so suppose in a circle, okay, we take a one part, triangular part of this, so it is a plane angle. Okay, the unit is radian. Okay, unit is the radian. And if I talk about the solid angle,